The calm anxiety of creation. If you picture me serenely writing this book with a pencil in hand and a rustic notebook in my lap while basking in dappled sun beneath a leafy old moss and fern-covered maple, you would be, much of the time, mostly correct. I always prefer to write outdoors, in the path of my subject matter, and I contrive all kinds of ways to make this happen, even when the weather is not summery. I wear fingerless gloves in the autumn, carry a thermos of spiced tea in search of trailside log desks, light a fire in the backyard fire room, and pull a chair up close. When it really is too cold to work outdoors, I still take long walks and try to carry the rooted sensibility I gather back to my studio, the window open just a bit so the outside can find a way in. But the serene part, anyone who knows me would laugh out loud. Sometimes, sure, I sit there calm and sweet among the trees in classic nature writer pose, face upturned to the voices of birds like Keats under his plum tree, twirling my whittle-pointed pencil. In truth, though, I am overall a fretful writer, plagued by anxiety and insomnia and self-doubt and deadline dread and procrastination and self-recrimination for my procrastination. Many days I would trade the blank page for a barefoot walk in a field of riled rattlesnakes, and gladly. When I get super stressed, a walk in the woods is the best cure. Poets and scientists and poet-scientists often suggest that the resulting calm comes in large part from the tranquility of the natural landscape. The soft focus we receive in presence of lapping waves, whispering leaves, wandering clouds. But while I'm not finding any science to support it, I have come to realize that it is not only the peace of the forest green that settles my overwrought nervous system. Quite the opposite. It is the simultaneous recognition that all organisms in the natural world are just as anxious and vulnerable as I am. It is the simultaneous recognition that all organisms in the natural world are just as anxious and vulnerable as I am. The lives of most creatures, except the highest level carnivores, are spent in a state of constant vigilance to avoid being eaten. Plants too share this evolutionary compulsion, spending bioenergy in the production of thorns, toxins, warning color, and chemical communication with their botanical kindred to avoid the nibbling of insects and deer. Wolves, cougars, and grizzlies, meanwhile, face the cruel threat of not being able to provide enough meat to sustain themselves and their young. The natural world is a severe, uneasy place. The depressive anxiety that visits me sometimes finds purchase there, and consolation, not in calm beauty, but in continuity, in mutual empathy. We are all in this together. Alert after a walk in my northwest woods, I look up to see the talons of the Cooper's hawk hot with the blood of the Swainson's thrush. There at the forest's edge, I am enfolded, seen, wildly serene. I steady my shaking hand with a deep breath of tree air and lift my pencil again.